Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. How's everybody doing? You guys all good? How's Long Island, Donnie? Alrighty, folks. What are we going to do this morning, huh? Okay, we've got overnight inventory, which is short. Now, what that means for people who are just joining us, when we say the overnight inventory is short, we're comparing it to the close of the previous RTH session. So the overnight inventory, the close is here. And the nice thing about market profile, I do remember Happy Mondays. The blue stuff is 70% of the volume, okay? So in this case, 70% of the volume and time is spent under the close. So inventory is short. That's why you can see us right now, we're futzing around the Friday low, right? Hey, Bri, what's up? All right, you can see us going back and forth over the Friday low. So the question today on the open, to gap or no gap? That is the question, right? As Shakespeare said, to gap or no gap. So if we gap, you'll get some selling and we'll go and we'll test that overnight low. And then we're going to come and test this low here, which is, where are we here? It's just at around 76.67. And if we gap down, right, we will target that gap, right? That is a short position that has not been filled, okay? That short position, we went into it a couple of day trading sessions ago, but we didn't fill it. So there's still a ton of bids here. And that's why it's kind of sticky. Now check this out. Market profile is good for a couple of things. You don't have to have it. You can use a half-hour candle just the same. But look at the amount of time we spent underneath 76, 78 compared to the amount of time above. So when we went down there, that little sale brought in buying. Okay, that's something to note. Okay, we'll keep that on watch as we go forward. This here, we'll call that a swing low. Okay, why is it a swing low? Because anyone who is long will have their stop there. Any large traders, if that breaks, will fall into the gap. Right? Hey, Lewis. So let's see if we open inside or outside Friday's range. Now the overnight point of control is right here. You see that? There's a concentration of volume right at Friday's low, right? That is short covering. There's a reason for that, my friends. Today is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is month end. So large traders are trying to clean up what they call a blotter, which is your positions. They're trying to clean up their blotter before the end of the month, right? Hey, Moran. Sorry, guys, I still got the sniffles. I can't get rid of this cold. It's driving me crazy. Ugh. Sorry, it sounds horrible on the air, but we soldier on. So, overnight low is 64.5. Overnight high is up here at 77.03. Right, so we're just creeping above that 76.77, which was Friday's low. Now, check this out. If you look at the 1 minute chart, that looks like chop suey. Look how tight that is. We had one news candle, boom, and then back to, you don't want to trade that, right? So in the room this morning, someone said that they had trouble because they were trading at the wrong time. If you stick to this look below and fail, this one's a fast one. But if you stick to those 5 trades, right, you will stay out of trouble. Now, your zones don't have to be the same as mine, but what you want to do, especially at the end of the month, because month end is coming. So month end is like a mosh pit at Lollapalooza in 1993-92, okay? There's going to be some slam dancing, and you most probably will get a broken collarbone if you're trying to get really cute with your trades. So what you want to do, right, you want to only trade at the edge. From one color into another, back up in, right? Unless you have an edge, there is no point. Don't futz around here. Don't screw around in these areas, right? For more advanced traders, you can take the look above and fail, right? But these are harder trades to take because the market goes up, it goes sideways before it breaks, and you have to really be aware of the seller. So now overnight inventory is short. If we open inside Friday's range, right? Let's look at this tactically, right? So trades off the open. Okay, we got a couple of minutes. If we open, say we open here, no gap, or even if we open on a gap, if we can't take out 75, it's going to rotate back up. If it takes out 75, you're going to target 69, right? Right here. Nice and simple, right? We don't have to overcomplicate this business because it is a simple business, right? It's a very simple business that has been completely prostituted by people who are just trying to take your money by telling you need to do all kinds of stupid crap, right? Like look at 4 markets at the same time. That's not going to help you, okay? Focus on the order flow of what you're trying to trade. That's what's going to help you. Everything else, ignore. Wait for when the trade has the best opportunity of working for you. And that is why we trade at the edge. The edge is where that's where the good stuff is. Let me explain it here. An edge is like, you ever been to like the Nordstrom outlet, the Saks Fifth Avenue outlet? That's the edge is when you get that $400, $500 cashmere sweater. You get it for 99 bucks. That's where you want to be, right? You don't want to try and buy it for 300 and flip it for 350. You want to buy it at 99, sell it at 150, make your money. Get it? That's why we do these charts. The blue area is the cost basis, and we double it up and we double it down. Very simple, right? So this way you have awareness of where the hell you're doing business, right? How can you be a trader if you don't know where the product is priced, right? If you don't know where the product is priced for the day that you're doing business, how do you expect to make money? You're going to be buying high. You're going to be trying to short the lows. Either way, it's not going to work. All right, so this is the simplest way to trade, right? Hey, Mike. Hey, Jay. Milo, how you guys doing? What's up, John? There's a ton of reliable software if Sierra is not working for you, but what I would recommend is reaching out to one of us, and we might be able to help you with it. If you're in my room, James, just go into the Sierra section. Also, our AI is programmed to help you with Sierra chart. So you just type it into the AI, right? Yeah. You'll get that, Milo. That will happen, right? It's pretty cool. But remember, Milo, focus on execution. So when you get punched in the face, you don't freak out, right? Remember, stick and move in this market. Oh, that's weird. Maybe try Ninja Trader. I hear good things. Right now, we're going to open a couple of minutes here. 3 minutes we're going to open. So when it does open, gap or no gap, I don't know. Let's see. Right? Only the market will know, right? Yeah. I used the balance zones from Friday, and they work perfectly because we've been in distribution for a couple of days. Thanks, Nate. All right, so it looks like we're going to open above Friday's low. Remember, my friends, inventory is short. The natural course of business is to take this stuff here and go sell it higher. Like take all of this and go sell it here, right? Let's see if we actually get the customers coming into the store to do it, right? Just like a gap and things like that, nothing has to happen. It only happens if we have the supporting order flow. If the customers come in that allows us to do that, then we'll do it. Otherwise, it's not going to do it. So let's see if we can get above VWAP on the open. Remember that high at 86, right? That's going to be your first target. Hey, Badir, how you doing? There's a bid at that previous day low. Let's see if it holds. We got a seller. Okay, so just relax and see if we can get down to 70, right? If we rotate it up and get back up into the Friday range, that will be a long. Just give it some time, right? Obviously, there's some sell orders. Inventory is short, but it is not correcting upwards. So the market's trying to say, psst, psst, buddy, don't go long just yet. All right? Boom, there's that 69 stop. Little look below and fail here. Let's see if we can grab some 71s, 71s, and sell 73. If not, we'll wait a little longer. Look below and fail of 70. All right. Pick some up at 71. Sell it at 73. Right? Make sure you get paid. Okay? I'm out at 74 and 3/4. Just clipped into it just to see if that bid was there, right? It's the trade that we were waiting for. Took it. Nicely done, Jay. Beautiful. Now you're cooking with gas. Nice. As we come up to 77, we're going to hit some traffic. Okay? It will come back down. Now, in the first couple of minutes, we're going to see whether we get big candles off the open or little ones. Right? The big candles mean large orders. Right? If we get little ones like this, then it's slowing down. Okay? Nice work, Nico. Nice work. Beautiful. Right now, just leave it alone. Let's see if we can get and tickle that 70 half again. If it starts getting choppy, don't get sucked in. Let the large traders deal with the chop. Right? No look below and fail yet, but we're still looking below. Let's see if we can take out the bottom of these candles. If that bid drops, look for a look below and fail of 64/4, which will be a look below and fail of the overnight low. There you go. Right? If you are short, that's where you're going to be putting your bids. If you got short at 71, 72, 70, put your bids at 66, 65, 64. If they do not get executed, take the offer. So everything we do in our room is practical. We tell you, someone was talking about, the market profile guys, and I said, well, that's great, but they don't tell you how to trade. We will show you where to take the trade and why. We will also tell you where to put your stop and why, and give you the business reason for doing so. Right? Come check out our room. Steve's got a 3-day trial thing. Let's see. Now, what I'm learning, when I see a green candle like this, do they sell into it at the top of this red candle here? That's where the seller is going to be, right? If we lift above that, then we'll probably go back up to 76. Let's see where they sell into it. See, they're selling into it before there. That means the seller has moved down from 72 under 70. Would you say that the correction is either side of the balance we're in? I'm not sure I quite understand, Tim. Sorry. You'll have to bear with me. I've got a head full of cold virus. The correction is either side of the balance. Um, Hang on, Tim. We're looking for 64.25 now. They're front running the overnight low, okay? Which means shorts are coming in covering before that level. Big green candle. Let's see where they sell into it. If it holds the 70s, it'll rotate up. Not yet. Give it some time. As month end nears, remember next week we have a long weekend. So people will want to get a lot of old business done before month end and next week. What does that mean for us? What's the practical meaning for us is that the order flow is going to be choppy. There we go. Come on now. Let's see if it holds 72. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. The large traders will clean up everything under 70. Then they'll go and try and push it out at 75. So just chill out if you don't get your trade right away. This is a different kind of a look below and fail. This is one that's going to annoy you because it's not clear. Like the first one I took, easy. This one, a little bit of a pain in the butt, right? Right now there's a seller at 70 what? Pretend they're cleaning up all the inventory that's falling from the top. And this is like a vacuum cleaner, right? Going back and forth. Oh, we left 2 contracts under 69. Oh, there's 2 at 60. Left a few under the bed. Let's go grab those. That's how this works. If you get stopped out, just chill. Okay, Tim, thanks. Inventory right now is short and it is not correcting. So the market is trying to tell us right now, hey, we got sellers, right? Right? So the market should correct inventory higher. The fact that we're not means that people are selling and competing with each other and lowering price. That means the longs are not going to work as well as they usually do. Get it? There you go, Nate. I would love for this to take out that overnight low and then come back up. Right? That would be perfect, right? Till then, I'm just kind of chill. I had one decent trade in Globex, and I'm gonna scalp. My business practices are such. If I've had a good month or even an okay month, in the last 3 or 4 days of the month, that's when I kind of chill out and I scalp. And if I get one good trade, I'm happy, right? Because one good trade, you can make $800, $1,000 and just be done, right? If you start pushing it, you see how choppy it is and there's no edge. My levels work, I know, right? So there's no reason that you have to take a trade. The only time you trade is when the business suits how you do business. That way you don't FOMO, you don't do all that stupid nonsense that these people go on and on about. FOMO, tilt, schmilt, guilt, blah, right? That's just not tolerated in a business, right? You ever heard of a surgeon doing some FOMO surgery? Or a baker doing some revenge baking? When you say it out loud, it sounds absolutely asinine, right? So don't get sucked into all that. Be a professional. Think like a business person. Don't get sucked into all this trading psychology. It's just mentally lazy because they don't understand the business, right? 64 half. 3/4. Sorry, Deuce. 64 3/4. Hey, Martin, what's going on? So let's see if we could creep over that. Let's see, that seller is still there. Boom, there they are, right? It's not ready yet, right? The cake is not ready to come out of the oven. So don't stick your hands in there. If you are a large size trader and you're building a long position for a move back up, your warning level is 66, your hard out is 65, right? And I would be selling into the 71s. We are in cost basis of Friday. Okay. So I'm really watching that 64, 62 and a half level on my half hour candle wax chart. I've got 62 and a half. And remember, see how the bid was there? Boom, 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 boom. There's the bid, right? This is where being a little bit lazy is good because you're not just jumping all over every trade, right? Kind of sit back, relax, have your coffee, chill, right? Right off the bat, folks, you saw that we had a seller because overnight inventory was short and we just couldn't get it going, right? Couldn't get it up more than 3 or 4 ticks over the open. So, right? So now, past the wishing well, past grandmother's house, and into the gap we'll go. Let's see if we can go get and take out these lower stops. Remember I told you about that 57 and change swing lower. There it is. If you're short, that's cool. If you're short, you're going to be bidding this area here, right, to buy it back because there's going to be some responsive buying. What we need now is we need one of these big guns to come in and drop like a 5,000 lot sell order on ES and just bang it down to like 55 and then pop back up over 68. I mean 59, 58. Until then, just relax. If you are a look below and fail trader like I've taught you guys, you should be relaxed and waiting for your next edge. For you, which is 52, right? It seems hard now, right now, Lopez, but it gets better. Exactly, Milo. You get some short covering on the way down, and that's what slows down that movement lower, right? There's that swing low, all right? We cracked that. It's like a pinata. Now the candy is going to come out. We're going to go into the gap and find the bid. It would be very healthy to fill this gap before the end of the month. But let's see. Okay? So now we are in the gap. Right? There's the gap. There we are. Okay? It's the end of the month, brother. Things are a lot harder at the end of the month, right? That's why a lot of retail traders blow up their accounts in the last 4 or 5 days of the month because they don't understand that the business is changing. So they don't know how to adapt with that and they just get run over and they get run over again and they get run over again, right? So don't let that happen to you. If you're not comfortable with a trade, You don't have to take the trade. There you go. Looking for 64? There will be sellers here. Now, if we stick 64 and a quarter, right? Let the market show you it's worth buying. Don't just buy it and hope. There you go, right? It's showing you that the offer is moving higher, right? But remember, there's going to be a seller here. Somewhere between that white line and that white line, there's going to be a seller. So if you're long, make sure you have your sell orders out so you can get filled, right? You bought 65, I'm selling 67 and 1.5 and 1 3/4. Thank you, I'm done, right? I know there's going to be a seller there, right? Long 65, stop 64, sell into there, right? Look below and fail. This time we had to wait for it. The last one I took was here, right? This one, it didn't, no go. So we had to wait all this time and have it come back up and then take it. Not the greatest trade because it's only like 1.5 or so, but that's what the market gives you at the time, right? If you don't want to take it, you don't have to, right? Now let's see if it holds 64 and a quarter again. Basically what we're looking structurally is to see if we can hold the overnight low, right? Everybody can see the overnight low. They'll go and try and do business there. If it holds, we'll get some rotation up to 70 and then up to maybe 71, 72. Just where I've drawn these white lines, right? The stuff, my friends, once you break it down into its really basic elements, you will see that it is not overcomplicated. It is very simple. So if you're long, put your sell orders before the white line. Get it? You don't need any special software, right? All you got to be able to do is draw a straight line and pay attention. If you can draw a straight line, if you can pay attention, and you can follow directions without being stubborn, we can make you money. Right? That's all you got to do. Draw a straight line, pay attention, and follow directions. Yes. Yes, exactly. If it's slow enough, you can afford to wait. In a fast market, sometimes you have to grab the offer because there is not enough time to get filled on the bid because the market is in motion. So now we still have sellers, right? You can see that we still have sellers up here. A likely scenario is that we go back and forth between the overnight low and that stop. That is a scenario. So watch out for that. Of course, if we get accepted above here, then we'll rotate out. Why? Okay, great question. Because there are bids here, and we have sellers here. So it could end up being a new cost basis. Yeah, you see? Really good question, right? So this could be a new short-term cost basis, right? Yes, Steve, you and that algo, Lisa. Oh, good grief. Good question, Milo. Good. Hopefully you don't have to leave early today. Oh, what do I think of people always trying to bottom or top tick? Uh, I appreciate their contribution, right? You know, how do I say this? You want to hear what an old trader will say? It's like you're giving thanks to your food before you eat it, right? So the people who are always trying to bottom or top tick, thank you for being our food, right? Because they are the food that smart money eats. There we go. Here we go again. Back above that overnight low. We just thank them for their contribution. No judgment. Who here has not made mistakes in trading, right? How many of us always make money, never lose money, sat down, everybody's got to learn. I've made some stupid mistakes, right? Just ridiculously stupid mistakes. I tried to buy 65, I didn't get it, right? Sunday night's a good night, Milo, especially if there's a little bit of news. You let the news kind of go, and then it builds out a nice cost basis, and you can trade it back and forth. It's wonderful, right? Nice looking. Excuse me. Nice look below and fail. Why am I tongue tied? Nice look below and fail from 65 up to the 70s. Right there's that seller, that annoying seller. They're there at 70, so that's okay, right? That's okay. Now we know where the sellers are. Now we know where they stop selling, right? Right now they're selling here. And they kind of stop selling here. So you could draw that as your cost basis. Yeah. You know, so memorizing patterns is difficult because under live fire, it's hard to recall the memory, the pattern, and then execute it. Right? You know, if they tell you, okay, this pattern, what is it? You got your raccoons holding peanut butter jars or bulls holding flags or something. So you got that pattern, right? This is where the buyers are. This is where they're selling. This is how you take the trade. This is where you put your risk. If they broke it down like that, then people would be able to learn it, right? The way we tell you, look, the sell order here is done. The market's going to lift. You buy a little and sell. Simple, right? You don't need to like overcomplicate it. We want people to make money, right? I want you guys to make money, to pay your bills. And for you young folks, you know, hell, if you want a Lamborghini, go buy a Lamborghini. I can't even get in and out of one now. So it's no use being an old fart with a Lamborghini, right? And I want people to make money, you know, I want them to do it independently. So we teach them how to hunt and then we set them loose, right? You're just training your eyes, SJ, right? You can see it now, right? You can see that seller, right? Beautiful, beautiful. As we say back in Canada, now we're cooking with gas, right? Now we're cooking with gas. There we go. The King brothers rented one. What do you know about those guys, Moran? What are you doing watching the Tate brothers? You know, sometimes you surprise me, you know? Fascinating, exactly. Oh my goodness. All right, the seller has now moved on from 70 down into the 68s. Notice how the candles are getting smaller, right? So when the candles are getting small like this, it's trying to tell you that business is a little slow. And as I say that, we start getting a big candle. Let's see what happens. Now we know the sucker is going to sell into it just under 72. And if it breaks 72, the next area that where it's going to sell is definitely before VWAP, right? So all you can think of all of the sellers are flying lazy circles here, like vultures, right? Waiting for this thing to break 72 so they can sell into it, right? You know, you can actually visualize it, right? Right now we got a seller at 76.73 quarter, right? Right at the top of these three candles. See, boom, boom, boom. It's like a wall, right? If it was a level 2, you could see a million shares offered, right? So there's a wall there, right? So they stopped selling kind of here, just under above 66. They stopped selling. So you could see that balance of that little cost basis is getting smaller, right? Because what they're doing is they're selling what they bought under 64 here. They're not getting much for it, but if you had 5,000 here and you sell 5,000 here, look at the size, right? It's good money. It's hard for us to trade, but now let's let the big hogs feed at the trough first. Once they're done, they're less likely to rip off our hands when we go to eat, right? Let's see if we can get back down to 64 and do another look below and fail of that overnight low. Okay. Remember, it's Monday. It's still summer. It's still the last week of summer. Okay. Which means, don't have a big hairy fit about this. Enjoy your summers, right? If you're not seeing it, if it's not there, go hang out in the sun, come back in an hour, right? Don't let this business take away your joy and your happiness. Remember, it's just business. Learn the business and do so at your pace, right? There we go. There's 71, 72. Let's see if we can go tickle that 74. Here we go. Come on. Big push. Now, where are these guys going to sell into it, right? There's VWAP. If we get enough people short under 72, we'll pop to 80 real quick. If not, we'll come back down and do this thing again. You will not believe how much information you can get off a 1-minute chart. You just sell your Pokemon collection. You know, I think it's because of you, Deuce, that I found out what a Pokemon is last week. I had no idea what it was. $20,000 worth of, what are they, like baseball cards? Man, you guys, and you only spent six. Well, that's good. That's a good trade, right? You got $20,000 worth of whatever the hell it is they are, and you only spent six. That's a good trade. That's beautiful. Back to 64, right? So right now we got a rotation, right? And we're rotating in cost basis. A little bit of a sale, and then back up. Tried to get it up here. Nah, they didn't want to pay that. Put it back on sale. Let's see where we can find buyers now, right? Big candle, big order, right? So business is slow, and a couple of traders go, oh man, I got to get out of this. Let's just boom, put in a couple of thousand contracts and blast it out, right? It's just the rotation of inventory. Yeah, so we need to do the. We just need to do the work. right? You have to crack the book and read the chapter. You can't skim of the titles of the chapters and then trade. Right? Trust me, I'm really lazy, right? And I will try and get away with doing the least amount of work as possible. So I've tried that. The only way to succeed in trading is to do the work. That's why retail trading is so much harder than institutional trading, because you can't cheat, right? Nobody will tell you that because they all want to sound hoity-toity, right? You cannot cheat in retail trading, right? You have to do the work. You can't half-ass it, right? You gotta put in the reps, right? It's all the boring discipline, all that stuff that I hate, that I hated when I was a kid, right? That is the only thing that got me through this, right? That's the only thing that got me through it. Trust me, if there was a way to weasel money out of this market without doing the work, I would have found it, right? I'm like, you see what I was saying? We're going to go back and forth in this range. So just trade a little less and size down, right? Try and be a little easy on yourself too, right? Don't get really stressed out about this, because the more stressed you get, the harder it is to learn, right? No inventory correction yet, Milo, which is kind of okay. I would really like to see the gap filled, right? It would be before month end. So you notice it's kind of choppy. There's less opportunity. Now, if we do a look below and fail of 64 again, there's going to be a seller right here. So I'd like it to, sir. I would love it to take that over that the A low. I think that would be beautiful. We need sellers to compete, right? And lower price. When that happens, the bids drop. Right? So it could happen. It could happen. Let's see. Till then, just kind of relax. Just chill out. No use getting all hyperactive on a Monday, right? you know, Yeah, just relax. Which was one of the hardest things I had to do when I started retail trading was relaxing because I would be so revved up. I got to make money. Oh my God, what am I doing? Why did I do this? That's not happening. It's not working. And it just becomes like this never ending cycle, right? Find something to distract yourself, right? Like for me, I find bring a trailer is wonderful for distraction. You know, whatever you're interested in, you know. Oh, okay. See, there's really the nice thing about this is that you can relax and chill out, right? Because there's really no trade. I mean, you could be short like 62, 62 and a half, but you can see that there are bids right here. It's going to have to drop that bid at least down to the 58s for you to make some money. And right now, no sense looking for a long. There's no reason to go long yet. Oof. Do I ever trade Asia? Not really, because I'm in the UK, so I'm up. I do the London for sure, right? I'm up at around 5. Oh, sure. Uh, please check my YouTube. Let's go see what's going on. It's like classical music, right? Nice and easy, right? Draw the zone, sit and wait. Apple, we got traffic at 313. Amazon, yeah, got to fill that gap. See, this is how markets work, eh? Markets gap and then they fade. That's how you distribute. XRP, is that a crypto thing or a stock? Sorry, it sounds familiar, but I've never looked at it. You have to adapt to the stock you're trading, Milo, right? Definitely. Micro squish back under 494. I'm just seeing how we're going into month end. NVIDIA did a look above and fail of 213. You guys have earnings on Wednesday, right? So let's see if that holds. Big cost basis here under 196. Tesla 354. Where's the SpaceX thing? Hang on. I want to buy SpaceX, but I want to buy it at 80. And we're still chopping around, right? Oh, that's beautiful. That's true, Bram. Oh, let me take a look at this XRP business. XRP. Ooh, man, looks like they've been fading this thing for a while, eh? Yowza. So real quick, let's take a look at your XRP. So, basically they've been, here's your cost basis on XRP, distribution, and now when they bring it back down, basically the product, whatever the hell this thing is, found the bid at 59, which is just right here on that cost basis, right? A little month end short covering, yank it up. Cool. Well, folks, that's pretty much it for ES today, isn't it? Guys in the room, do you guys have any questions? Pretty slow. Oh, nice win. ZEC is, I hope I got this right. Is that what you're looking for? Is this it? Crypto, I don't have no idea what the hell it is. But I don't even know what I'm looking at or what this product is. All I can tell you is prices above cost basis. Whatever it is, they're going into distribution. Oh, that's the market cap. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Like I say, I don't know much about crypto. I own a little Bitcoin, and I think I'm finally in the green in crypto in Bitcoin, but that's about it. All right. All righty. Let's see. You want to wrap it up? Let's see if we can crack that 66. Here we go. Can we get up there? The seller's still there. Let's see if we can clean up over that. If we do, we should hit the 70s again. Now there's going to be a seller somewhere. Ah, there they are. Right between here and here, there's going to be a seller. No problem, check it. There we go. Found the bid. Come on. Big push. Let's see if we can go tickle 69. Less trading, right? Right, right. But let's be smart about it. Business is a little slow today, folks. And that's okay because it's the last week of summer. Man, I don't like saying that. It is slow. It's a slow morning in Walmart, Milo, right? Pretend we're the greeters at Walmart. Oh, that's right, you're in Calgary. Or the Holy Jacksons doing their thing, Leslie? Cool. Okay. Is that in September or is it August? I don't know. I don't keep up on these things. I should. Is it Friday? So, like, basically a bunch of billionaires in hot tubs? That's what's going on? I don't know what billionaires do. I don't get invited to those parties. I assume they have hot tubs, right? I mean, you'd have a hot tub if you were a billionaire, right? How did I know a seller was going to be somewhere there? Because listen, when it takes one to know one. That's how it is, SG. If I was long, say I was long 1,000 contracts here, right? As soon as it broke 64, 65, I'm selling them like I stole them. So if I'm doing it, I know that there's probably 1,000 other people doing it too. So somewhere between here and there's going to be a seller, and they're right there, right? It is a choppy day, right? So just be aware of that, and you know, try and limit the amount of trades you take to like really, really good setups, right? Good stuff, Shizzy. Nice to have you guys. Thanks for all the new people who have been watching. Appreciate you guys. Come give us a shot at Trading Syndicate. Our goal is to teach regular people how to make real money, right? Normal, regular people, real money. You don't have, to overcomplicate it. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful trading day. Do not take candy from strange market makers. And we will see you tomorrow morning, bright and early at around 7:45 UK time. Thanks, folks. Bye for now.